Hi there, it's me, Lavender Gray, here with a tarot reading today. So, when I pulled these cards, I had the intention of hearing from your shadow self, seeing what your shadow has to say to you, some things you can learn from it. And that's really my only plan. After we go through your oracle cards, we're going to be using the Modern Witch Tarot. And then our oracles at the end are going to be the Sacred Self-Care Oracle deck to give us some concrete things to do, and then this little handmade edible herbal deck that I have created. So, without further ado, let us get into the piles. Pile 1 is this black tourmaline tower. It's a little scuffed up, I will say, but still good. Pile 2 is this moonstone. And pile 3 is this piece of raw rose quartz. Okay, go ahead and pause the video if you need to decide which pile that you would like. If you need help deciding, I will go ahead and roll a dice. So we'll say 1 and 2 is black tourmaline, 3 and 4 is moonstone, and then 5 and 6 is rose quartz. Let's see. 5 and 6, we've got rose quartz. So if you were having trouble picking a pile, start with number 3. Obviously, it's okay to be drawn to more than one. There might be messages from your shadow in multiple piles, but without further ado, let's begin. Hi there, pile 1. If you chose this black tourmaline tower, then this reading is for you. We're going to get into an energetic overview with these oracles here, and then we'll get into tarot. So first, we have 6 of wisdom. We have the Hermit. Seek solitude to focus intently on inner life, serves personal creativity. Shadow. Withdraws from society out of fear or negative judgments of others, refusing to help those in need. Whoop. We have Clearing. As true offering arises, it becomes easy to let go. You start to trust that more will always arrive. You shift from mine, mine, mine to God's, God's, God's. Such freedom. We have a lot of green coloring here, so your heart chakra might be in need of a bit of attunement, maybe being kind to your chest and upper back as well. We have September. We have Bat. Take care, enemies are working against you. And then Stars, number 5. You can manifest your every wish. Let me make sure that we are in frame here. Alright, that will have to do. So, we have a big manifestor energy here. I think you're someone who, even if you don't allow yourself to dream big, you have the ability to manifest big things. Like, I think there's a lot of support from the spiritual realms helping you embodying whatever it is that you wish to embody and bring about in your life. So, honestly, we have Hermit here, but I feel like you have a great depth of touch when it comes to the spiritual realm. I was looking at these earlier and I was getting a lot of like, you're able to manifest what you want to manifest, you're able to achieve what you want to dream, or achieve what you have dreamed about. You know that quote where it's like, if you can dream it, you can become it, or if you can imagine it, you can achieve it. It's something like that. It's several of those words in some sort of order. I had it on a poster in my bedroom as a child with a picture of a ballerina, and that I still have that poster, and I love her. I think this is like, if you have great spiritual ambitions, I don't even know if ambition is the right word, but like spiritual dreams, like wanting to be closer to spirit, wanting to be more mystical, I think that's something that is in the cards for you, so to speak. Let's see. I think I'm going to clear these. I always feel like my oracle readings are so short, but I feel like once I get to a certain point of the messages, I'm just repeating myself. So I'm going to get right into the tarot. I'm using the Modern Witch Tarot, and I love this deck. It's a little difficult to shuffle for me, but that's okay. We love it anyway. And we are just going to take a look at what your shadow has to say for itself. Okay, what messages does pile number 1 need to know? All right, we've got a mess of cards. That was such a messy shuffle. All right, the Ace of Pentacles. I'm not doing reversals this time around. The Nine of Swords and the Star. And then we have the Nine of Pentacles as well. So we have two nines. We have Ace and a Star, which is number 17. The number 8 is also important for the Star. She's pictured with eight-pointed stars around her. So I'm going to start with the Star card. This seems like a very vulnerable position to be in, both on land and in the water. And she, oh, do I have to hide that she is nude? Okay, so let me start over. So we have an ace, two nines, and a 17, which, yeah, we could add up to 8 if we wanted. 8 is a special number for the Star because she's usually pictured with eight-pointed stars. Um, but like I was saying, she isn't wearing any clothes, so she's in this vulnerable state, and I feel like you might be feeling sort of small and vulnerable. Sorry. The chair I'm sitting in is very creaky, and I have to keep getting up to like make sure everything's in frame. Um, so, okay, I remember what I wanted to talk about when I was sitting with this energy previously. When you say to yourself or the world, I want something, I want blank, you are putting yourself in a very vulnerable position by speaking your wants out loud, by putting yourself out there and saying, yeah, unironically, this is something that I desire. I want this, and it would suck if I didn't get it or if I failed in what I was setting out to do. And I think you're someone who is very well versed in this vulnerable feeling. I think you're someone who's very courageous to face these fears, especially if you do already take steps to achieve what it is you want to manifest. Like if you're in the middle of like planning and visualizing and like vision boarding, manifesting, all that stuff, I want to like say congratulations to being a very brave soul. Not a lot of people can do that oftentimes. It can feel very like anxiety inducing to even admit to yourself what it is you truly want, let alone start making moves in the physical world. Moves in the physical world in order to bring about your dreams into reality. We have Ace of Pentacles here, which is planting the seed of something that is going to bring abundance and wealth and passion to yourself. So this might, I would say the gardener archetype is present here. I think this might be you and the seed of whatever it is you wish to accomplish. You might still spend some sleepless nights kind of anxious and worrying. The Nine of Swords is it's a wake up it's a wake up call to tell you to go to sleep, where these nine swords, they will be here in the morrow, and if you don't understand them now, sitting up and worrying isn't going to help you understand them any better. So let me pull some clarifiers for Ace of Pentacles. We have Four of Cups. Okay, let me move these up a little bit. Excuse me, Miss Star. I really hope you don't mind all the crick crack creakiness of my very lo-fi production budget. Okay. um so I will use myself as an example. So when it comes to Nine of Swords, when you're manifesting something, I really want to be a tarot reader, right? That's why I do these videos. And it's a very scary thing to put myself out here and be working with what I have. I'm filming on my phone. I'm sitting in a crickety old chair, and I'm doing my darndest. I'm doing my darndest. And instead of looking at the one cup, or the Four of Cups is a little bit irritating to me because you're sitting looking at your three cups and then someone else is offering you another one. So it's about not thinking that like, hold on, I think I'm saying this wrong. Sometimes I get the feeling that I'm saying messages wrong. Back to what I was saying before is that even I do I want to continue my personal example where it's like I'm putting myself out there and saying it's something that I want. I could get caught up on, even though I'm in this like creaky old chair and I'm on my phone and I'm not sure if everything's in like if everything's perfect on screen, it is putting me in a really vulnerable position because these are all things that people can criticize. I'm very afraid of people criticizing me, even though like they already do. And if someone's like criticizing a creator on the internet, they're usually not coming from a place of love. It's usually not constructive criticism. It's usually someone telling me to get a job. That is the main piece of hate I get for the work that I do is like get a job, and it's like, okay, you first. Anyway, what I was trying to say, I'm trying to bring it back to you. I feel like I can get caught up in examples with myself a little bit too much. So, um, Ace of Pentacles, Four of Cups. Yeah, so the grass is definitely not greener on the other side. The grass is pretty green right here. The soil is fertile and damp, and it's perfect for planting new seeds in. So when I'm filming this, the full moon has just happened, which is a really, it's like the time of harvest, of gratitude. So, this is a timeless reading, but you might want to pay attention to the moon phases when you watch this and see if the waxing moon is a really great time to be cultivating the things that you want to be working on. We have strength, number 8 with an infinity sign. So yeah, 8s and 9s might be really important to you. So this is one of my favorite cards. This is Leo energy, as well as the sun, I think, right? But this is about conquering the wildness within yourself so that you are balanced between wild and domestic, and you are not like beholden to your vices. You have them fully under control, like this person taming a lion. We have red flowers pictured here as well. So, yeah, despite all of your anxieties and fears and shit that keeps you up at night, you're still a baller. You're still making moves. You're still doing stuff. This you might even be like, should I be more worried about this? Because I feel like pretty okay about it. Then that is fantastic news and is a sign to your strength. Under the star, we have Seven of Swords. So this is the thief card. She's running away, with her, running away with all of her swords. So this might be a fear of people might be copying you. You might be a very creative person. The star is Aquarius energy as well as being very, very creative and artistic. So yeah, people might be like, I know tarot readers will often get scammers impersonating them on the internet. Um, and that if you are a tarot reader yourself, that might be something that you struggle with. You might see people sort of trying to chomp your flave, as it were, because you're so creative, so unique, and so one of a kind. Other people are gonna want to do it, but they're not competition. It's just like isn't it copying is the biggest form of flattery. Obviously, if you can like block and report them if they're doing wrong, you should do that. But also, you can take it as a sign of like, oh, am I big enough to get copied? Do people think I'm like worth scamming other people about? Do they really think people will just like give me money? Wow. All right, and then the Nine of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles, and the Nine of Wands on the back of the deck. Um, Sorry, I have like a frog in my throat. Shout out to all my OGs who remember me as the Fairy Frog Queen. Peace and love you forever. um, also, do you like this bracelet? Okay. Um, so the Nine of Pentacles is a time of great harvest, of harvesting the fruits of your labors, of seeing return on investment, of being able to enjoy this return on investment. She's got this whole garden here with the tomatoes and the carrots, and she's got these like the supports and stuff. It's a very Oh, and there's like little lettuces too. It's a very well tended garden. And she's got a little bird on her hat. So it's a time of being like one with nature as well. So getting outside and grounding might be something that your shadow is saying, like, hey, I would love to touch grass. I would love to feel the earth beneath my feet. Um, Eight of Pentacles is a time of promotion, but it's also a time of patience as well. We have someone working very hard here, manifesting her own pentacles. With this particular imagery, artistry, as well as any sort of work on the computer, like web design or programming or anything like that. Okay, so I'm going to, let's put the back of the deck card here, and I want to pull some advice cards. We have 10 of Cups. Okay, so what you are manifesting and what you deserve is this beautiful, bountiful rainbow harvest of emotional stability and support. The sun! Oh my god, we have the star, strength, and the sun. These are like really powerful, positive cards. This is number 19. The sun is about like childlike wonder. It's about magic. It's about seeing the good side to life. It's about everything being taken care of for you. Sunflowers are pictured here as well. And we have one of the title cards, Everything is Fine. I believe this is the Nine of Swords. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of Swords. Oh yeah, because we have the Nine of Swords right here. So your shadow is also here to tell you that yes, when things are lovely, they are lovely, and you can appreciate them to the fullest extent of your ability and be grateful for the bounty that you have. And shit sucks as well. Like, if you still struggle with insomnia or the things that are keeping you up at night are legit problems that you have to deal with, even if it's outside of this manifestation. I think your shadow is like trying to level with you and like sit at like eye to eye, be like, yeah, I know shit sucks. Are there any other messages? Let me see. Let's see if we got like one more for advice. All right, what does pile one need to hear from their shadow for advice? The Queen of Pentacles. Everything is going to be just fine. What you are bringing about is going to like. There's a lot of return on investment coming in. It doesn't really matter to what end. What matters is your ability to manifest it. Like, I'm not getting specifics about like what it is you're manifesting, just the fact that you are putting in work in order to bring about something or a change to your life. And the Queen of Pentacles is a master manifester. She can make anything beautiful, she can make anything a reality. She's firm, but she is kind and understanding. She is very grounded. She can be very stubborn. This is Earth energy, so Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. I'm a Taurus, so I'm prone to predisposed to liking her energy. We have a rabbit pictured here. Okay, I'm going to flip this. I'm going to remove the offending star card. Although it's art, like, does YouTube really care about like nude art? It's art, dude. Stop being so uptight. Okay, sorry. Next we are going to get some sacred self-care oracle cards. Is my camera all good? Okay. Sometimes it gets crooked in the middle of me filming it because I'm like touching the table and stuff. I really like these cards because it gives you something concrete you can do with the messages. So let's see, how can we implement these messages? We have write a gratitude list, number 55. 55. Wow, sorry. I've been like acid reflexing this entire time. I'm so sorry. Number 17, create art. Oh, 17 is the star card and it's a creative card. So, stargazing might actually be good for you as well. Paying attention to astrology, being if there's constellations that like really stand out to you at night, like they're the ones that you know how to recognize. I would say look up the myths and stories behind those constellations and see if any of them hold meaning for you. And read, number 42. And then ground yourself is on the back of the deck. How do we look? We look pretty good. So, as I was saying, when I'm filming this, it's sort of the full moon, which is about gratitude and harvest. So, like I said, oh, and she's got some moon phases tattooed on her shoulder here. So paying attention to the stars and the moon might behoove you, especially when it comes to feeling grateful, because we did have that Four of Cups come in, which might make it a little bit hard for you to see what you already have, what you have already achieved. I would suggest looking backwards down your journey and being like, 2 years ago, could I do what I do today? Like 3 years ago, would I be this emotionally stable? Would I be able to react to things as calmly and peacefully as I can now? And competition healthy competition is competition with yourself if you can do one thing better. So I would say look at all the areas of your life that you have grown and blossomed in, and feel grateful for that and grateful for the world and your friends and everybody who's helped shape you into being who you are today, who is someone like lovely and artistic and someone who's so powerful and strong. Um, I would suggest grounding yourself and reminding yourself like how deep your roots go, like how strong, is that the right thing I want to say? I would say a good visualization for grounding yourself is imagining roots growing beneath you into the earth. You might be surprised at what support is waiting for you. But anyway, speaking of roots, we are going to look at one of my favorite decks that I have. I have created it out of index cards and colored pencils, using a combination of a magical herbs book as well as Scott Cunningham's herbs book. But all of these have some part of them that are edible. I'm not telling you to go eat things. Don't just go outside and pick something off the ground and eat it unless you know what you're doing. We have pine. Oh, I have lots of pine trees around where I am. I could go outside and chomp a pine. Okay, healing, love, warmth, protection with Mars and air or fire. Someone let me know what I can never remember with the alchemical symbols, but when I was writing this deck, I had them in front of me. Pear. Ooh, another P one. Uh, sorry. Love, lust, and arousal. Dance beneath the trees. Wood, pear tree wood makes a really good magical wand with Venus and water. And sugarcane, love and lust, purification, Venus and water as well. Back of the deck is cinnamon, high energy, motivation, heat, and passion, as well as money with Mars and air. I don't know if it's air or fire. I'm really sorry about that. So, these are some herbs and symbols that you can take. Like, if you come across, if you see pine trees, be like, so when it comes to signs and symbols, I want to do a little bit of a soapbox. You can decide what symbols mean what for you, and then you can communicate that to your spiritual guides as well as just to like your own self. Of like when I see a pine tree, I'm gonna remind myself to to ground and root myself into the earth. When I see a pear tree, I'm going to smile. Or like when I come across sugar or sugar cane, I'm going to remember that the universe loves me. Something like that, where it's like you get to choose what symbols. And also when it comes to randomized things like this, if you see repeating signs or symbols, like if you're seeing pears come up over and over and over again, might be time to eat a pear. I don't know. There might be vitamins in there for you. Anyway, hopefully you understand what I'm saying. This little tassel, it's so in the way, but I love it so much. It's like so not practical, but I still love it. Uh, I'm going to leave your reading here. Thank you so much for letting me read for you, Pile One. If you enjoyed this reading, please give it a like, comment, or subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for letting me read for you, and bye. Hi there, Pile 2. If you chose this moonstone crystal, then this reading is for you. Let's get right into your oracles. We have the Chariot. We have the Prostitute. This is an archetype that everybody has, by the way. Accentuates the challenge of surviving without negotiating the power of your spirit. Shadow places material considerations and security above self-empowerment. Like I said, everybody has it. We have Change. When the ego finally sees the utter madness of trying to control everything, you come to a sacred crossroads in your own evolution. We have Funnel. Period of frustration, lessons to be learned. Chain of events that will affect your life. We have Chain and Change, which I think is kind of cool. And then we have number 36, Gold. You don't need someone else to fix you. And yeah, that's pretty good. Okay. So, let's go through it. Prostitute, everybody has a price that they will sell themselves for. Mine is usually food. Like if I don't want to go somewhere, but then free food is going to be there, I'll show up. You know what I mean? Or like, I'll do this favor for you if you like get me a goodie, give me some sort of sweet treat. So you might be selling out in a way. I would never judge anyone for selling out because like you need to eat, right? I wouldn't judge anyone for selling themselves, because we all have to work, we all have to eat, and it's not a bad thing to do work. This is a period of frustration. This is a time of, so you know when you're growing up and you I used to get shin splints a lot just because my legs were growing and it hurt so much. I remember just being like up at night with my legs hurting, or how wounds itch as they heal. I think this is like an itchy time where you're like, I'm ready, but you're not fully healed. Whatever it is that you have been running toward. There's a little bit of unreadiness. This one says you don't need someone else to fix you, obviously. And the book says you know how to put the gold in your own cracks. But the thing with putting gold in something, it's like you don't just put gold in something. It's a process. And I think you're in the process right now of like you're alchemizing yourself. I think you're in a period of great change, of great the word that came to mind was catastrophe. So maybe you vibe with that, that there's like a little bit of catastrophe that you're trying to deal with. It's a very chaotic energy. Yeah, chain of events that will affect your life. I don't know how much of this is in your control. I feel like it's half and half. Like half you've brought this change upon yourself, and the other half the universe is throwing it to you. It's happened in pile one. I've just been acid refluxing so much. So I don't know if maybe like digestion, maybe some ginger adding to your diet, like something that will help with like settling your stomach, taking some Tums or something like that. I mean, obviously for me, because I'm the one acid refluxing, but it's really strange to be doing it so much all at once while I'm speaking. Um, so with this funnel card, period of frustration, lessons to be learned, I feel like there's this chariot energy. So this is all about, ooh, okay. Yeah, that's fine. Um, sort of, okay, that is awesome that this happened because the selenite, like, it moved on its own basically. And I'm trying to tie it into this, and it's there. I don't know if you see it, but like motions forward, moving forward almost of your own accord, and like rolling towards something. It was gonna roll off the desk if I wasn't there to catch it, it would have rolled off the desk onto the floor and cracked. So be aware of what you're rolling towards on your little chariot. I also like that this chariot kept the design of not being propelled by anything. Like there's no animals tied to it. It's propelled by his own willpower. That's the big message of the chariot, is like a very will-centered person. I wouldn't be surprised if you are either an earth sign or a fixed sign. I myself am a Taurus, so I understand that fixed earth stubbornness, and I am right there with you. We also have a lot of this like teal green going on, so that's the heart chakra for green, and then throat chakra is blue. Maybe that area of your body. That's again like the acid reflux area too. So if you struggle with GERD, I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you, burping along. Okay, so sorry if that was gross. I'm going to see what messages your shadow has for you for our best interest good. And we're gonna struggle with shuffling, just like I struggle with everything I do. This is a very hard deck for me to shuffle, I will admit. The overhand shuffling is nice, but the cards are just like, I have very small hands. Like, I don't know, maybe, okay, anyway, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. What matters is me doing this. All right. I'm not taking reversals this time around. We've got the Lovers. Okay, I know. I'll take from the top. Jesus. Okay. The Magician, number 1. The Lovers is number 6, number 1. And then 9 of Pentacles. 9 of Pentacles came out in pile 1. The Queen of Swords. Okay. So, if, okay. Okay, yes, okay. So, pile, let me make sure that we're like, okay. Want to make sure the framing's all good. So, we have I feel like I just sat down at like a coffee shop to talk to a friend. So if you're watching this and you're very patient with me while I fumble over the cards and the words, I just want to give a big shout out, and I appreciate you more than you could ever know. Um, um, Please leave a like, comment, or subscribe if you like my channel. If you're getting the coffee shop friend vibes as well, let me know. But pile one was all about manifestation energy, and I feel like there's a little bit of this with for you with the magician here. Um, but with the lovers and the Knight of Cups, this is definitely romantic. So this could be a romantic person in your life that you have that connection with. This could be romantic with yourself. This is Gemini energy. I don't know what the magician is actually. I don't know what zodiac they go they go with. But we do have an infinity sign above their head. Um, there's an infinity sign above the woman in the strength card as well, which came out in pile one, so you might want to check that out. But okay, so I just felt it in my heart. Oh, I feel for you, Pile too. I feel for you so much, especially if you're a romantic person, and if you're in a situationship, if you're in a romantic entanglement, if you're like in a bed of nails of illicit love. I feel for you so desperately, and like I want to tell you to like go for it, go for your dreams, but be able to catch yourself, like me catching the selenite wand before it went too far and hurt itself, right? Um, this is very positive lover's energy with the Knight of Cups, someone who's very romantic, very chivalrous, who protects the princess, a knight of courtly love. So if I really, this might be just a love for life itself as well. It's a very springtime energy. Uh, there's a Florence and the Machine song, um, All This in Heaven Too, I believe it is, that really embodies this energy of like this like spring fever of like I'm in love and I want to scream to the world that I'm in love and I want to run off to the edge of a cliff just to scream that I'm in love, and I feel like it's that kind of energy, and it's all very positive, but there's a little bit of a warning of like don't go too far, you know what I mean, like don't put all your eggs in one basket, and like don't think that any one person is going to save you, like, or if any like relationship is going to save you, because we had this card, you don't need someone else to fix you, and in the booklet this speaks of like someone else like trying to tell you that they can fix you and you having to like say no to that, but this could also be a reminder that it's like now you do have all the tools you need to fix yourself or like to be happy or whatever, and obviously tarot readings are no substitute for therapy or psychiatric help or a doctor or anything like that. This is for entertainment. But I know, yeah, come back down to earth with that one. Like, oh, yeah, I know. I am someone who struggles with mania. I am manic depressive. And it sucks so bad because when you're in mania and you're in that, like, I'm flying type of energy, it feels good, but is bad. To quote JPC from Hey Riddle Riddle, one of the funniest people in the world. Okay, let me keep going. So for the magician, we have the Two of Cups. Another romantic spark of love. The Two of Cups is like so, there's so much romance here. Temperance, okay. And the World with Six of Pentacles on the back of the deck. Oh, we don't want to do it in reverse. I usually take reversals, but I think recently it's just been like clogging the message funnel. Um, I forgot. With funnel, this card that we got, Period of Frustration, Lessons to be Learned, it was talking about how timing is very important because if you just pour everything in all at once, you wouldn't be able to handle it. That was the message of funnel of like, if you're not exactly where you want to be or you're not getting the results you want to see quite yet, it's because they still need time and you still need time to grow in order to accept any sorts of changes or anything like that. So this is, it's very youthful energy. It's big, all caps, I want. Um, and there there is energy to back up. Okay. You know what I want to do, because I don't want to just like pull it out of my ass. I want to, so messages from the shadow. This is turning into a love reading, but that's okay. What I have found with readings is I have to let them be whatever they're going to be, even if each pile is like severely different from each other. Maybe that's a good thing. Can you tell me more about this romantic? Four of Wands, oh my god, party, celebration, May Day, like Beltane or Beltana, not quite sure. Um, the Knight of okay, okay. I didn't want to say it, but there's definitely energy here. If there's someone you are thinking of that you know you are romantically entangled with, I this is a very positive sign. Let me tell you why. So we have the Lovers. Let's just do it. So we have the Lovers here. Um, it is the ultimate card of romance, right? It's called the Lovers. This is a divine counterpart. I don't know how much I believe in twin flames, but I do believe in best friends. Lovers is sort of like the bestest best friend that you are also romantically involved with. There's always like I always feel like the Lovers, there's always this warning of like, it might not be forever. I don't know if you feel that, but you know why? It's because they're pictured in the Garden of Eden, right, with this angel over them. But we all know that Adam and Eve get kicked out of the Garden of Eden, and so that's like the part of the story that like always nags at me when I look at the Lovers card of like this paradise doesn't last forever. But we can say that about anything, right? Nothing lasts forever. The phase of flirting with somebody new, it doesn't last forever, but it's like I'm like buzzing with energy from these cards. So we have the Knight of Cups, someone very loyal, very romantic. The Knights are more masculine energy. You or this person, whoever is embodying these Knights, don't have to identify as male. It's just talking about the energy you embody. The Four of Wands is the ultimate celebration card. May Day and Beltane are also they're very sexy holiday. It's a very sexy holiday. You might want to do some research about that with a maypole and stuff like that. The Two of Cups here is a romantic meeting where a spark happens between you and you realize that I love her shoes. I have these shoes. I was like, oh, I have those boots. That's why I love the Modern Witch Tarot and other modern tarot decks, like this one as well. This Believe in Your Own Magic Oracle deck by Amanda Lovelace has such great fashion. So maybe fashion or clothing, like you really like this person's style or they really like yours, might be important. Shoes, I don't know why they're sticking out to me so much. Maybe Cinderella is a story that is important for you, as well as just like shoes might be important for you. I don't know. You might like their shoes. I'm so scattered right now. Um, and the Knight of Wands. Let us go here. So this is another romantic counterpart, someone who is in control of the element of fire. So this is really like charging forward. I would say this is the other person's energy running up to meet you. The Chariot. Did we have the Chariot in the oracles too? I think we did, right? Yeah. The Chariot. So we have the Chariot twice for you. This is all about running towards exactly what you want, but you can't get everything you want all at once. You can have what you want, but just not right now and not all at once. You have to let the relationship build and grow and be what it's going to be. I wouldn't be surprised if you have been manifesting love as something that you're doing with this magician here. Um, I don't know if you've like gone all the way to like making a vision board or something like that, but you might have been planning and scheming and sort of like making your dating profiles and like really like talking yourself up to get back out there into the dating world, and then you have all these beautiful kismet things happening. Okay, I'm gonna clear these, I think. Do we have any other messages? Temperance. Oh yeah, temperance and Two of Cups speaks of balance. I am going to move on. Am I? I feel like I could read about it forever, but I think I'm going to move on. And if we want more romantic readings, I haven't really done any romance readings before on here, but if that's something you would like to see, let me know in a comment down below. Okay, this is the Sacred Self-Care Oracle deck to give us some concrete things to do once we leave the reading and have all this energy. I'm still like sort of thinking about the tarot cards, if I can be honest. I like part of me wanted to like break it down into a full romantic reading. Um, I don't think I'm gonna do it this time, but let me know if you want to see romance readings. Um, it was really fun channeling the energy, so I might just do it anyway. But let's see, what self care does pile two? Okay, we have number 44, sex. Number 35, meditate, and number 38, nourish your temple, with movement, number 36, on the back of the deck. So with the sacred self-care, it's all pretty self-explanatory. And um, anything to say about it? My message is to go for it, but be cautious. Make sure that you have a hand out to catch yourself, so you don't roll off the table and onto tile and like break your whole life. Um, I Okay. All right. Okay. Everybody, be cool. Be cool. I'm gonna do a little cheeky romance reading. Every every single time I read, it's a little bit different. Especially, honestly, especially in my filmed readings, they're like the spreads that I feel like I'm supposed to be doing, the questions I'm asking, they're all different. And so part of me is like, I can't like if I set up like a even if I like wrote down on a notebook like what it is I'm gonna do, it's not gonna be what I do. The King of Wands, okay, Seven of Swords, and Strength. I wanted to pull like you, the connection, them. Okay. Okay. So you are or let's do person A, person B. Person A is represented by the King of Wands here. The King of Fire, of love, of lust, of passion. Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo are the fire signs. Um, this is someone who is extremely powerful. Mars vibes. Uh, what you're bringing to the connection is number 8, strength. Lots of courage. I think you are running up with like a full bouquet of roses, ready to be like, marry me. The other person is a lot more suppressed, not suppressed, but sub subdued, maybe a little bit more subdued. Not to say that there isn't emotion there, because this Ten of Cups is the epitome of love and romantic connection, and emotional satisfaction. Okay, it's interesting that Seven of Swords came out as what this connection can be, because this is the Thief card and it's not very positive. So make sure that you are keeping yourself safe. Can I get a clarifier for that? The Queen of Pentacles. Okay. I don't know what that means. If I have any other tarot readers out there, let me know if you ever just look at a card and you're like, well, who knows what the fuck that means. Let me look in the deck, in the book. Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords. Seven. Okay. Sometimes in life we can't be completely open and honest. A little lie, even just one of omission, may be tactfully required in a challenging situation. Maybe you're dealing with a truly awful coworker or an abusive relationship and you need some secrets to keep yourself safe. Just be careful that your deceit isn't hurting yourself or others, and that it truly is the best way to deal with the situation. Okay, I have never, maybe I've just never read this out of the book, Seven of Swords. I've never looked at it that way. That's so interesting. Of like, yes, sometimes we do need to tell lies in order to keep ourselves safe. Okay, you know what that made me think of though? So you might be running full force with your torch and your bouquet of roses and your pleasure messages, being like, yes, let's do it. But right before you get to where you meet the person, all of a sudden you like compose yourself. Like there's a Shakespeare scene between Olivia and Viola in Twelfth Night. Highly recommend the scene where Viola is dressed as a page boy and is going to Olivia to court her on the behalf of someone else. I think he's a duke. His name's Orlando. But Orlando's in love with Olivia, and Viola shows up to be like, I'm here with words of love from Orlando, and Olivia doesn't give a shit about Orlando, right? So you know the picture of Anne Hathaway, it's like the extremely bisexual picture where she's like kissing someone and there's someone else. That is Twelfth Night. So that's sort of the that this is the story that that picture came from. So um, but Olivia falls in love with Viola disguised as this page boy because he's saying like all this like he ends up saying like if I loved you I would say this this and this and this, and it turns into this beautiful verse poetry that Olivia completely falls for. And then once he leaves, Viola is like looking at the audience like, did you just see that? He was so hot, oh my god. And then she has this line like, can one so quickly catch the plague? And then she has this line that goes, soft, soft, not so fast, where she's like saying, I love him, I love him, I love him. Oh, wait, hold on. So there's that moment of catching yourself, uh, catching yourself before you make a fool of yourself. You're rolling, you're ready for romance, but you are still a lady. I don't, not a lady, but like a queen. You're still a king, so you have to have some sort of decorum. Okay. Uh, I hope you enjoyed that story. So let's look up Queen of Pentacles. The queen is rich in more ways than one. She has a stable and simple life that she has filled with things, people, and activities that bring her joy. She is nurturing and generous, seeks to bring happiness and provide a sanctuary to those she loves. If you are the queen, it's time to be nurturing and caring. It could be as simple as taking some time to cook a meal for a good friend or buying a cute plant for someone special. Be kind, it suits you. Aww, so okay. So instead of running full force with torches blazing, and this I'm not like ready to get to this part of the reading yet, so I just had the thought that like, oh, this is gonna take forever to upload, but this is the reading that I am giving you and it matters. So this is the energy that you present to each other, that when you, even if you're like wild and crazy and you show up for the date, or you show up on your phone to talk to them, you have this decorum of the Queen of Pentacles, of generosity, of kindness, of intuition, a firm but compassionate leader. Motherhood is also indicated here, and then this is Earth, so Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. And then strength is Leo, I believe. Swords are air, pentacles is earth, cups are water. We have a lot of orange and gold imagery, maybe harkening back to putting the gold in your own cracks. So this person isn't going to like save you, quote unquote, from whatever it is you're dealing with, because you're gonna have to do it yourself, just like the rest of us. um, but there is a connection to be had here that is going to be balanced. It's going to be full of love and gracious and kind and understanding. I think the more muted side is over here. So we have this person, person B. Could be you, could be them. I was thinking of you as this King of Wands, but I'm not sure. So the Ten of Cups is the highest pip of the Cups series, which means that it is full romance, full divinity, full double rainbow all the way across the sky. Beautiful, romantic, just gorgeous vibes of like, wow, everything is good. Look at that fucking rainbow. So they're coming from a place already of emotional stability, which is where you want a love interest to be coming from, right? Excuse me. We have the Seven of Pentacles, though, where they're not quite sure if it's the right time yet. And you're running in here with your lions and your wands and all these swords. They might not be sure if it's the right time yet. Let me read what it has to say. Seven of Pentacles. It's time for a much needed break. Step away from whatever project you've been nurturing and take some time to relax. Maybe everything's going perfectly and you can see the rewards on the horizon. Or maybe you're stuck and unsure what to do next. Either way, some time away will give you a fresh new perspective when you come back. So they might have other things on their plate that they are dealing with that this the romantic connection is probably what's most in focus for the person on this side, and the work they're doing, I think, is kind of taking up this person's attention. So they are showing up with their sort of like person suit on as well, the Seven of Swords of like, okay, I gotta keep some things to myself, I gotta keep quiet about some stuff, and I have to show at least a little bit of decorum. Um, but the energy that's going to come out of that, of this meeting, is this beautiful, lovely Queen of Pentacles energy. So I'm going to end the romance reading there. You got a bonus. And finish up with some herbs. Meditating and nourishing your temple might be things that you do in the interim between meetings of these people. What I'm shuffling right now, is a homemade edible herbal oracle deck that I used. I used a magical herbs book and then Scott Cunningham's herbal book to sort of get the messages. But we have maple, love, longevity, money, with, I believe that is Saturn, and either air or fire. I wish I had it memorized, but I don't. Raspberry, protection, rest, and love, with Venus and water. Lemon, friendship, longevity, cleansing, energizing, moon, and water. Oh, and back of the deck, let's see. We have cranberry, crone goddess, wisdom of elders, and ancestors. All right. They agree. So these are all herbs or fruits that you can take as like if you see them out and about, like if you see a maple tree or see some maple leaves falling, you can take it as a sign that the universe is looking out for you. Same with raspberry and lemon here. It could also be a call to maybe add some like maple syrup or some raspberries or some lemon into like the next thing that you eat. Obviously, don't eat anything that is bad for you. If you're allergic to raspberries and a tarot, okay, all right. If you're allergic to anything, don't eat it, and make sure you do research before you just go outside picking things off the ground and eating them. Anyway, I am rambling, so I am going to end the reading here. Thank you so much for letting me read for you. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like, comment, or subscribe. I will see you soon. So, bye. Hi there, Pile 3. If you chose this rose quartz, then this reading is for you. Let's see. Let us get right into the oracles. We have King of Strength, Bear, danger, especially in money matters. Leg, stepping into a new experience. Don Juan, spotlights your positive, seductive qualities, using the power of romantic attraction for private agendas. Faith, miraculously, amazingly, everything I need always comes. Love is opening me to receive beyond anything I imagine. And number 44, Storm, every hurricane comes to an end. So this is a little bit of heavy energy, I will say. This is someone who is in need of a break, is in need of some rest and rejuvenation, because I feel like this person is very strong, has weathered lots of storms, is this King of Strength here, someone who is no like stranger to like heartbreak and life suffering and things. With every hurricane comes to an end, the book speaks about how just when you thought things were turning around, you get hit with a hurricane, but every storm does come to an end. So this is a bit of like this faith here of like keeping the faith that things will turn out, because they will. You're not going to be in this stuck energy forever. This Don Juan, the book describes it as like so much more like negative than I think of a Don Juan, of like a seducer archetype, someone who is like very much like using their seductive powers for evil. I don't think that's you. I think that might be, some people might think that's you, but it's not really you. So let us, sometimes I like spend absolutely no time with the oracle cards, but I think I want to get into the tarot. So what does pile 3's shadow have to say for us today? Okay. This deck is just so hard for me to shuffle. I've been fumbling it in all three piles. Okay. We have the King of Cups. We have Temperance. I'm not taking reversals today, just so we know. And the Nine of Cups. Okay, lots of cups here. Even Temperance has two goblets that they're mixing together. And the Ten of Pentacles. Okay. So this is extremely lovely energy. I feel like, so I don't know if you've ever dried walnuts, but if you dry walnuts, they turn all dark and like crumbly around the inside, and breaking it open is really really satisfying, and you like breaking open away all the chaff to get to the nut. And I feel like that's sort of what just happened, whereas like there was this energy of like a resignation. And I'm here to say that not the tarot reading shouldn't be like giving you anxiety. If you're watching a reading and it's just like making you feel really anxious, then it's probably not a reading meant for you. Like those messages are probably not meant for you, at least not at that time. I'm here to say that these are all extremely positive cards and speak to a being who is in emotional alignment with themselves, who is in alignment with their head, heart, and will center, and what their body needs, what their mind needs, what their heart needs, and what their spirit needs. Are someone who listens to that, and acts accordingly. And so we have someone coming from a place of deep balance, of someone who is used to alchemizing shitty situations into golden wisdom, someone who knows when they have it good, and they have it good. Same with Ten of Pentacles, of like this time of like harvest and abundance. Underneath King of Cups, we have Page of Cups. Damn. Okay, so you might be a water sign or have water signs in your chart. That is Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Because we have a lot of watery energy. So you might have been feeling a little bit stagnant, but no longer. We have the Three of Swords underneath Temperance, yeah. So I think you're someone who is unfortunately very used to heartbreak. Let me move the cards up a little bit. Someone who is used to heartbreak, is used to things breaking bad. And so you've learned to maintain balance, keep one foot in the water, one foot on land, and learned how to make gold out of shitty situations. I just want to say, pile three, you're a really impressive person. I don't know if you know this, but you are, like you need a hype man. You need like a pep talk from a team. Although you might be a little bit too tired to like receive. You might be a little bit too tired to receive enthusiasm that way. Like you might feel that it has not been an easy journey to get here. Yeah, with Five of Swords, we've had heartbreaks, we've had miscommunications and difficult conversations and friendships ending. But the Lovers on the back of the deck. The Lovers came out in pile two, and it turned into a full romance reading. So I don't know if you were drawn to pile two, but you might want to give it a watch if you were. The Nine of Wands, you are basically in defense mode. Like you have worked for what you have, and you are ready to protect it. You are ready to fight for it because what you have is so good, and you know this. And the universe is not going to come in and take everything away with this hurricane. I feel like the hurricane is coming to an end, and you might find that with all the emotional labor that you have been through, that you've been doing, you are now very much in control of your emotional body, which is not something everybody can say. Yeah, we have Death here that just came out. So feeling cooped up and like curled around your heart because it's wounded is a time that is coming to an end, I think. It is a time to breathe deeply, to rest, to rejuvenate. You can still stay curled up if you want to stay curled up. It's a very safe, lovely place to be. Just know that you don't always have to stay curled up. Let me get some. Oh, and we had the star. I'll put that out as well. Let me get some advice cards from pile 3 shadow. Very best and truth. Good. Okay. We have the King of Wands. Woo! This came out in pile 2 as well. So we have 2 kings for you. The king is someone who is a firm but compassionate leader. The King of Wands in particular is very sexy, very fiery, very like that Don Juan archetype we had, someone who is in control of their sensuality and can seduce people and things into like sort of getting what they want. Not like coercion, but just like seduce, as in like, ooh, you want me to do this thing for you? Oh, if you smile at me again, then I'll do it. Like something like that. That was so cheesy and campy, that example I just gave, but hopefully you understood. The chariot came out twice in pile 2, so this is giving big pile 2 energy. And I would say if your question was about romance, I would go watch that because it turned into a full romance reading even when I wasn't expecting it to. And that might be kind of like that sentence I just said, it turned into a romance when I wasn't even expecting it to, might be what happened. Like, you could be weathering a storm with someone else, or lovers, and like romance can also be parts of yourself that you're in love with. But if this is, if you do have an external romantic counterpart, would be the message, which is, if you have weathered shitty situations with somebody who is a friend, who is a best friend, is a romantic counterpart, you might find that because of those shitty situations, you now have the tools to deal with other shitty situations that are not even going to look nearly as bad as what you've already been through. And the sun. The sun came out in pile 1, I think. Hold on. This was also the pile that the dice rolled on to pick, so if you were someone who was having trouble deciding, you might just want to go back and watch the other piles and see if they hold messages for you. But the sun, oh, I love that because we have the sun coming out after a time of storm. The universe does not have it out for you. The universe is ever loving, ever present, and is like iridescent. Is that the right word? I'm not sure. But is this like iridescent aura around you? Maybe aura quartz crystals. If you're a crystal person, getting like titanium aura quartz or platinum aura quartz, something like that. Flame aura quartz. Shout out to all my aura quartz lovers. They're the coolest rocks ever. Okay, I'm gonna clear these. But I was saying that the universe does not have it out for you. The universe does want you to succeed, and they do have your back. And this person, if you resonated with having a romantic partner in your life, definitely does not have it out for you either. They want to see you succeed. Just the way you want other people to succeed as well. Like, there's no ill will. Even after going through shitty situations, you're not bitter. You're just softer. And, a little bit more shy, and that's okay. That's a quote from something that my friend sent me of like, you're not bitter or cold, you're just shy. Like, you are still soft and loving, just a little bit more shy, and that's okay. Something like that. Anyway, soak in a bath, number 46. And we had all that water come out, so steam cleansing and bath magic, any sort of magic that has to do with water, might be very useful for you. We have number 54, watch a movie. And number 7, burning bowl ritual. So we have fire and water. And number 30, look for fairies. I am having like an allergy attack right now. Oh, fuck. Ugh. Sorry. Sorry, that was so gross. Okay. This is a little handmade edible herbal deck that I created out of index cards. I used the Magical Herbs book as well as Scott Cunningham's Scott Cunningham's encyclopedia. So if you have allergies, take care of them. pistachio, breaking love spells, and rest. Wow, I just had to go. I had to get up and blow my nose. I just had the most raunchiest sneezes ever in the past 30 seconds here. I keep like getting teased. The sneezes, there we go. Okay. So sorry. We have pistachio, breaking love spells, and rest with Mercury and either air or fire. I don't remember. Avocado, otherwise known as alligator pear, love, lust, and passion, and beauty. And bamboo, luck and wishes. And sorry that I'm so sneezy. Holy shit. So, I don't know. Allergies might be something that you have to deal with. I'm very sorry. I'm dealing with them currently. Uh, okay. So, these are edible herbs, fruits, vegetables, whatever, um, that you can take as signs and symbols that you're on the right path, that the universe is looking out for you. Fucking Christ. Okay, I'm gonna end the reading there. Sorry for being so sloppy at the end of it, but if you enjoyed this reading, please leave a like, comment, or subscribe to my channel, and I will see you next time. Bye!